Now, if you're an RVer who likes to boondock for a day or a week or even a month at a time, fresh water is always going to be at the top of your list. And today I'm going to show you guys and give you a rundown of the two systems that Tess and I carry with us in our fifth wheel so that no matter where we're at, we always have fresh water. Stay tuned. So I want to walk you guys through two systems that we carry with us. And though they're not completely unknown to the RV community, they are something that a lot of people don't realize how awesome it is to have. Not to mention, I don't think a lot of people really understand how to use them properly. So there is two systems that we have. One that is installed on the fifth wheel at all times. That is part of the system, and then one that is a kind of a mobile unit. I want to walk you guys through how we utilize those systems so that no matter where we're at, we always have water. Perfect example today is we are up here at Tess's family's cabin, and I figured this would be a good video to show you guys how we utilize this system so that we have fresh drinking water to shower in, to drink, to cook. Rainies! Rainies! If I don't keep tabs on her, she'll disappear. Behind me here, we have our mounted system, and this is by ClearSource. In fact, both of these systems that I'm going to be explaining today are both by ClearSource. And no, I'm not sponsored, but they are an awesome company, and I really like their products, so I like to promote those. Now, this system that we have mounted on the fifth wheel is just the stationary system that goes where the fifth wheel goes no matter where we are. So this is if we're just hooked up to a simple water source like a faucet at a house or a campground. This is going to ensure that any water that's going through that campground or any kind of water that we're hooked up to, that it's going to get filtered 3 different times. This one, I can't quite remember which ones do what, but I will list them as we speak here. So we have this one, which is and that is your first stage, and then we have the second stage, which is, and then our third stage, which is, so water comes in, goes through the regulator. We also have our gallon counter. That's just to kind of monitor how much water we use, just so I can get a good idea of where we're at and how much we use. It's just a good thing to have. This is a quick disconnect, makes it real nice just to quickly unhook and hook your water hose. We got a 90-degree elbow here, that way we can come straight up, straight in. Now this water inlet used to be right here, that door flap used to be right here, and it used to go to the city water connection, which is actually this one, which is now no longer in operation. What I decided to do is move that intake over here, mount my system here. That way I can just come up, tie into my system, filter the water, and then this is a water softener, which is really amazing in case you're in places like where we usually are, is super hard water, and that will obviously wreak havoc on our water heaters. And yes, we have two. We have a tanked, which is for the galley, all the sinks, and then we have a instant hot water heater, which is strictly for the shower, and they are tied into a system to where I can flip valves in case this goes down. I can flip a valve, and then this would supply the whole RV rather than just the shower, or vice versa. It just makes it nice to have the option and ability to use both. That's a whole nother video we can get into, but yeah, that's going to soften your water. So we got water coming in, filtered into the water softener, and then that then connects to the entire water system and supplies the RV. But what we have a little bit different is we also have another product by ClearSource, which is something we had on our last Class C. And this system, if you don't have it, is absolutely amazing. Now, where we're at, we actually have a spring here at the cabin that comes out of the mountain, goes through this tube, and slowly fills up this tank. You guys will have to forgive me breathing hard up here. The air is real thin. This is the Nomad, and this does not have to work with the system that is mounted on the fifth wheel. You can have this as a standalone unit. Now, ClearSource made this unit to be extremely mobile for, obviously, van lifers and people that are on the go. Now, this system is meant to pull water from lakes, rivers, literally any body of water. It pulls it in, filters it, and spits it out. And then now you have a somewhat super clean water. I wouldn't say I would personally drink it, but I would definitely use it for showering and washing dishes and any kind of water usage that I need for that. And what also is cool about this system that a lot of people don't know is the pump on this here works just like an RV pump, where it builds up pressure, shuts off. Once it detects that it loses pressure, it'll automatically click on and start pumping. Really super cool about this is I don't even fill up my water tank on this unit. In fact, I deploy this guy, put it into my water supply. It will pull water, filter it through 2 filters, and then push it all the way down into my filtration system that's on the RV. So it will get filtered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times before it even reaches my sink and or anything else that I'm using in the RV. Now with this system, it comes with this little plug, auxiliary plug. Now you usually would hook this up to a battery, and then you would have a standalone battery sit off to the side, a little 12 volt, and then that power supply would just clamp onto it. But what I did is, you can find these on Amazon for really any battery source you have. Now I did DeWalt because DeWalt is already something that I have a ton of batteries in. So this conversion, now this is a 12 volt conversion that will allow me to adapt any of my DeWalt batteries into, and then all I had to do was splice a few wires and tie it into the supply to the pump. So now this battery, which I've had it up for a few days now, and we're still on 2 bars. We've already taken a few different showers and tons of dishes and all that stuff. That battery supplies the pump, which creates pressure and pushes it down to the fifth wheel. And now our fifth wheel acts as if we are hooked up to a water source like a spigot or a campground. So RV functions just the same as if we were hooked up to a spigot. I think the biggest misconception about this system is people think that it's only for filling your tanks, when in reality you could use this as your pressurized system, so you don't have to necessarily even have a RV pump and water tank aboard. Now you still want one for sure, just in case you're in a place where you don't have a body of water and you do need to fill your tanks and use your onboard system. But if you don't, and you are planning on traveling to places where you're always around a body of water, you don't even necessarily need an onboard water system if you have this and you're around water, because this will act as the same thing. The body of water will be your tank, and this will be your pump slash filter. So that's something I see a lot of people not really quite understand about this Nomad system. And yes, they're not the cheapest, but when it comes to water and having water wherever you're at, it definitely makes it worth it. This unit, I don't know off the top of my head, but I will price it what the current price is right now. And then I will also link this battery system if you want to power this as a single unit. Otherwise, you can power this off your battery on your vehicle or coach, wherever you have a power source. It does come with a pretty long pigtail to connect to your battery terminals. You don't even necessarily need this. I like to have it. Gives me a little bit more options to kind of place this. I will have a link for this, and you can get this for Milwaukee, you can get this for, I think, Ryobi. I think you can get this in any battery platform. This is a very robust system. It is built solid. It's got some weight to it. I don't know the exact weight, but I will list it right here as well. So, but it is sturdy, and then we've used the crap out of this, and it's still running strong. Nothing has broke on it. Now, I don't have the filters in these for the fact that it's already getting filtered 3 times through that, but I also needed to order new filters for this. We've used this to pull from rivers, from lakes, literally every body of water, and let me tell you, it will come in, I mean, looking just like this. I'm not saying I'd drink this, but I'm saying you could pull water from this and it would come in looking like that and come out completely fresh. And there's tons of videos online that people will show you the examples. I'm not going to do it in this one. So I don't have the filters in it right now. I will order some because I do like to have the first line of defense here rather than my main system. So again, DeWalt battery powers this pump, which pressurizes the whole system, pulls from our source, filters it, goes all the way down this line. And then comes through our regulator, and then our meter, into the filter, into the filter, into the filter, and then through that water softener, and then into our system. And for those of you who are worried about water pressure, don't worry, this thing will pump out at least 40 to 50 psi, so that will give you plenty of water power inside your unit. Still great water pressure in the sink and in the shower. And anyways, I just wanted to kind of give people that rundown of that system because I don't think a lot of people know how cool ClearSource's products are. And yes, you can build these systems yourself. I opted out to just buy it. I do believe, off the top of my head, I do not remember the cost of this whole system, but I will list it right here. And this is the total cost of the unit. And then this is a separate unit, and this is the total cost of this one. Or you could buy the whole system, and this would be the total cost here. I ended up piecing mine together, and then what I did do is I did drill some holes and bolted it to the wall here, and then got a short hose here. We have a tank mount that holds this tank into place, and this just ratchet straps down so this doesn't go anywhere, and then obviously runs into my system there. Again, I just wanted to show you guys that system, and that's how we get fresh water no matter where we're at. And even if you're going to campgrounds, this system's still amazing to have, mostly for the fact that a lot of campgrounds you can't really trust all the time. So anyways guys, thanks for watching. Hope you can follow along. We do have a lot of videos that'll be coming out for all the crazy things we've done to this RV and all of our crazy adventures that we've done in the past and that are coming in the future. If you guys like the content, hey, follow along. If not, no worries. Until next time, peace. Whoa! What the f? Oh, that was huge. Whatever. Looked like a dragonfly mating with a fly. It didn't even look right. Is always gonna be kicking it. Hey, can you piss off? I think a side-by-side's coming. If you like to camp or boondock for a day, a week, or even a month out of a time, what the f? What are you doing? Here, have a seat. You gotta sit.